Spreewald is a biosphere reserve and forest located in Brandenburg, southeast of Berlin, Germany. Spreewald, meaning Spree forest in English, is famous for its winding canals, traditional Sorbian villages, and spa resorts. It's one of the best day trips from Berlin for anyone who loves nature and wants a taste of traditional Germany. I went there by train from Charlottenburg train station in Berlin and traveled the 100 kilometers in about 1 hour, 20 minutes. I paid €25 for the day card by train and €6 for my bike. Arriving Lübbenau train station, you'll have to cross the rails in an underground tunnel and will immediately notice the beautiful wall paintings in the tunnel leading up to the main station building and street. The bicycle ride to the center of the town takes only 5 to 6 minutes, and I first ended up at the well in front of the church. In the Spreewald there are many legends and mythical figures. In Lübbenau, the sculptor Volker Michael Roth, an artist from Ratnow, has brought some of them to life. He made sculptures in steel which stand on top of a relief as fountain figures in the church square in Lübbenau. Integrated panels bear the names of the figures, from which water splashes. Here we meet the Serpent King, the Three King, the Shape of Whisk, and Lutki, little people who are well disposed towards the humans. Another small Lutk with the pumpkins sit on the edge of the fountain in front of the Spreewald Museum at Topmarkt. St. Nikolai Kirche is a Protestant church in Lübbenau, Germany. It was built in the 18th century. In July this year, my girlfriend and I rented a two-person kayak and paddled the canals in Spreewald for a whole day. I definitely wanted to come back and explore more of this region. So this late September Wednesday, with lovely blue sky and 25 degrees centigrade, was perfect for a visit with my bicycle. What makes Spreewald special is over 200 canals traversing more than 267 kilometers, which you can navigate by traditional punting boat called Spreewaldkran, a kayak or canoe. Of the 1,575 kilometers of rivers in the Spreewald, 267 kilometers are navigable. Due to the unruly nature of the water, the first dams were built at the beginning of the 20th century to regulate the water level and prevent crop failures. To this day, they allow largely unhindered boat trips on the Spreewald. There are also a lot of small paths along the canals where you can hike or ride a bicycle. If you want pure relaxation, you can book a Spreewald boat tour in a traditional Spreewaldkran. A Spreewaldkran is a punting boat where the navigator pushes the boat along by pressing wooden paddle against the bottom of the canal. You can book tours that takes from 2 hours up to 4 or 5 hours. Since the canals in Spreewald are quite shallow, this makes it easy to get around using punting boats. The Spreewald barge is designed as a flat gliding punting boat with a maximum length of 9.5 meters and a maximum width of 1.90 meters. The bow is wider than a stern. This results in the possibility of driving from the river into the meadow. The lifespan of a barge is about 15 years. The ferryman provides up to 26 guests on board with interesting facts about people, nature and the peculiarities of the area during the trip. The main towns in Spreewald include Lubbenau, Burg and Wetschau, and the villages of Lede and Leipe. If you are starting from Lubbenau, as I did, you'll ultimately want to make your way to Lede. Lede is a small village with just 130 residents and one of the oldest and most beautiful in Spreewald. You'll notice that many houses you pass also have a small boathouse with a traditional Spreewald boat docked near.
Fällt mir das gleich ein, neulich kam so eine genderbewusst in die Kneipe und bestellte beim Wirt eine Radlerin und der Wirt sagt, geht nicht, die Zapfkenne ist kaputt. Ja.
Gut für Podcast.
I went to the entrance of the Freeland Museum in Lede, where this lady wearing traditional Sorbian clothes told me what was to see in the museum. The Sorbs, a Slavic people, have been here in this region for more than 1400 years. They have their own language, Sorbian, as you may have noticed on the welcoming signposts at the train station. Sorbian is responsible for the name Berlin, which comes from the word for swamp in Slavic. In Spreewald, the famous village of Lede gives a unique insight into traditional Sorbian life and culture. The museum contains 5 original farmsteads from all over the Spreewald region. Inside you can practice milking, run in wooden shoes or build a real Spreewald log. You can learn everything about the Spreewald cucumber and the spicy horseradish. The open-air museum is an entire village within a village. It's located in the middle of the idyllic Spreewald village of Lede, with its many islands. The Spreewald village of Lede, with its typical Spreewald farmsteads and labyrinth waterways, is unique in the Spreewald. Here you can still find real village life, only on the water, and you also find numerous providers of accommodation. The neighbor, who usually lives above the water, can be reached by most quickly by the Spreewald wooden barge. In Lede, for example, there are usually several barges in front of each homestead, and instead of a garage, everyone has an alley for boat parking in front of their house. Most of the Spreewald farms in Lede can only be reached by water or on foot over the step bridges. Whether it's shopping for daily needs, which first has to be loaded from the car or bicycle into the barge and then driven home by water, your holiday luggage, or even the delivery of a new kitchen or all building materials, everything is transported by barge. Even the school children who cross by barge and then cycle to school in Lübbenau. The Spreewald barge is far from being a museum piece and is still the main means of transport in daily life. Well, I also wanted to go to a guest house and restaurant in the middle of the forest called Warszawska. I had to cycle a bit back from Lede to get into the woods and find a path along the canals that led me to Warszawska. Dankeschön. Dankeschön.
Da vorne blitzen sie.
Ja, dann nicht so schnell.
The hike from Lübbenau in the Spreewald to Wacławska Island is 3.2 kilometers long and was established in 1911 as the first hiking trail in the region. The route is also pleasant in summer as the trees of the high forest provide shade. Boat or canoe trips to Wacławska are also recommended. The tour starts, for example, in Leda or Lübbenau.
Ja, die letzte Treppe und Brücke. Haus Wacławska.
Wacławska is located in the middle of the Spreewald and can only be reached via a water or hiking trail or by bike. The inn was opened in 1894 and has since been a popular destination for hikers and water hikers. Guests can enjoy regional cuisine, the beer garden directly on the Spreewald River Canal or in the rustically furnished Jäger or the Fischerstube. For business and family celebrations there is also a large hall with space for 300 people.
Tschüss.